wrong position and you spent too much time on, or is there one thing, or is it mostly just that grind in the north?
It was a grind in the north. Their air presence up there was forcing me to have to reallocate so much, way too many forces to handle a simple 50-50 situation that was just amplified by air. So, I mean, aside from that, when it came to the ground game, we were doing just fine, holding our own. Our guys were pushing quite well. It's just, they did a good job at moving that huge...
They'd split into two teams, and we noticed that whenever you guys chose to attack, the Air Force would turn up and just eliminate all your spawns. It's that inability of freedom of movement, and the fact that when they were attacking a base, they could go outside and be more aggressive in their defense, being away from the capture point, outside the building where all the grenades are going off. And they could do that because they didn't have to worry about your Air Force. Do you think you agree, or do you think that was maybe off?
I mean, no, that's pretty much what I've been saying this whole time.
Was there any other anything that you guys noticed, or a specific fight that you want to talk about, the way it went, or that it was memorable from your server's perspectives?
Well, we did some fantastic caps where there was a huge reinforcement at the end, and we just managed to see it through. And those ones that are in the balance where it could go either way in the last few seconds. If you've got the squad leaders and the players to manage those, which fortunately we have, they make a huge difference. If you can just buy those last few key seconds, it's the difference between winning and losing so often. So particularly, let me have a think of the base names now. Torimar Storage Yard was a close one. I think North Grove was as well. There were a few really good fights there that were, very delicately balanced. And that was one thing we wanted to do from the beginning that I planned into our whole strategy, was learn from the Emerald game really not to heavily overpop defences because it's a waste of people. If we lose a 50-50 base, my view is we deserve to, for a defence that is. We overpop the attacks. And it seemed to work kind of well. So we draw Connery into overpopping defences. The Bastion, I think they did a couple of times where we didn't really put that many forces on it, and it allowed us to exploit openings elsewhere.
We only put a platoon on the Bastion once. Other than that, we only ever had one squad or two squads there maximum. We never thought it was a big deal because the way I was always looking at it is this is a 7-point cap. Unless I see it actually get down to 2 minutes, then I'm not going to worry about it, and you never got that far. So.
Yeah, you did the same thing with us at the Biolab. I noticed that at the end.
Yep, I just let you guys push it and then crush it. Unfortunately, it was just way too late in the game, and you guys had that south side locked down. If I would have did something like that sooner, it might have made a difference, but when you have a territory advantage like that, you can afford to just massive overload bases and not fear the consequences somewhere else, whereas I had to make sure that we had enough somewhere just to hold the line.
To be honest, talking about the huge territory advantage, one thing that impressed me a lot about Connery is that they were 2 squads down, they were backs up against the wall, and they didn't give up. They fought to the very end, which is admirable. My old server, Ceres, we didn't do that. So, I respect that.
All right. Is there anything else that any of the other casters want to ask, or is there anything that the two servers want to say to each other before we wrap this up?
All of Cobalt would like to just say a few words in the effort of raise your RSGs.
Oh my god! But thank you for advertising.
Well, here's a question for you. Tomorrow, which me and Redland are going to talk a bit more. Emerald Miller. Predictions.
Emerald.
I'm thinking Emerald.
And what score? Today was 61-37. What do you think the score is going to be?
Close.
Similar.
Depending if Miller... Yeah. Wait, no.
There are 2 Millers basically, aren't they? It depends if they turn up. They could put up a good resistance, but too often they don't.
Alright, you heard it there first. Alright, thank you very much for you guys. It was fun talking to you guys. And I guess you got a 2-week break and then you'll be back. Who are they playing Redland on Hassan?
Hassan is going to be Miller versus Cobalt and Emerald versus Connery. I don't know that those are the people who are doing the coin flips. I just
so Connery guys, you're looking forward to playing Emerald on Hossen? That's a no.
I'm already having post-traumatic stress disorder from Drake's match already. It's a whole different beast to tackle that continent, really.
Yeah.
In terms of leading forces there, so definitely going to need to go back and reevaluate how we're going to attack that.
There's so few server smashes in terms of games, right? And the meta is evolving all the time. Every time people come back, they play better, they change things around, and it has a great kind of impact on the game. And there's the meta of the playing the game, there's the meta for the leaders, how they commit their forces. We're just seeing every game, it just evolves. People seeing what people have done before, and then just moving around. And it gets more complicated because the mass strategy, we change the continents. So it's not like you can do Amrish again and again and again and get it sorted. So I am looking forward to seeing what you guys do in Hossen. I think Hossen is the crown jewel of chaos for the Force Commander.
Right. Yeah, I'm hoping somebody else takes that one.
Not me.
It's been like 60 hours work on this in the last week, with a full-time job as well. Tough job being a Force.
Yeah, Planetside is serious business, yo.
Appreciated position, that's for sure.
There should be like a special reward for Force Commander. We'll maybe ask about it. But anyway, thanks so much, guys.
Hold on, we didn't mention that Cobalt also won the pumpkin hunt, and we didn't decide whether.
No, the Fun Police won the pumpkin hunt.
Fun Police won it.
Well, okay, fine, but Fun Police shouldn't have been competing. So between the two competing servers, you guys won the pumpkin hunt. We haven't decided whether that should count against you or for you, to be perfectly honest.
Can I get a list of the Cobalt guys that shot pumpkins so I can ban them from the next
I don't even know we have the stats.
Unless the pumpkin popped up while you were shooting at someone else, I can't imagine killing a pumpkin in server scratch, but apparently people did, so.
There you go. Right, cool. Well, thank you very much, guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time, and hopefully tell everyone to watch the game tomorrow. Me and Redland are just going to finish up the stream, and we'll see you guys in a few weeks.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you to Server
And
Smash for putting all this hard work into making these events possible. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Cheers. Oh, Red, that's that. 61 to 37. Do you think Cobalt would win today?
I think it was. I think there was a lot of danger from Cobalt. Cobalt is it definitely seems to be the most dangerous of the EU teams, and I think a lot of people, you saw that a lot in chat, and they've learned a lot. They've learned a lot from the first few times we saw them in Server Smash under different circumstances. But they adapted to what other people did to them. They saw Connery's Air Force and they took it and they made it their own.
Right. So Cobalt has learned. They originally in the first couple of Server Smashes performed poorly, but just each one after each one, they learned from what they did wrong, saw what other teams did, and they just improved. So I mean that's quite impressive, and it's really interesting to see what happens tomorrow. It seems popular opinion is that Emerald's going to win. Who knows? Miller might pull something out. They may have learnt from their previous experiences. We'll see how that goes. So, we'll just bring up the post-game details. Tomorrow, we have Emerald playing as NC versus Miller playing VS. Is that correct? I think it is. In Amrish, 288 versus 288. That is tomorrow. Start time is 2 hours earlier than today's game. So it is 5:30 UTC. That's our pre-game show, and the game actually starts at 6 o'clock UTC. So the times are on stream. If you want details, you can go to our planetside.battles.org webpage. That will have details on the results, the numbers, who's playing, when they're playing, what continent they're playing, all the stuff that you would need. Coin flips and details are also on the Server Smash subreddit. Let's see. I was asked to do a shout out. Other thing that's going on with Planetside Battles is not just Server Smash. We are attempting to do a public pickup. There will be another public pickup. This will be the first time it's on Jaeger with accounts. It will be on October the 18th at 8 o'clock UTC. There is a Server Smash subreddit. In there, you will find details for the outfit public pickup. So it's basically you go in and you just play with other guys in two teams and you have fun. And on Jaeger you can't be pestered with. So if that sounds interesting to you, anybody can go. You don't need to be in an outfit. Just you can go to the subreddit, find out some more details, and then say you want to take part. So that's that.
Before we move on to something else, Maelstrom wanted to say something about the stats before we head out here.
Yes, stats. What happened, Maelstrom?
Yes, I don't know what particularly happened, but I know what happened as a result. So, basically, what happened is that only 74 people were logged in the database of what we use, which meant that's why we were getting extremely high kills to certain people, like VS702 was 1,356.
It's just really good.
Yeah, which it's wrong. Clearly, he did not get that. So
yeah, we'll have a look at the stats and we'll get it fixed for tomorrow. Is that what you're saying?
That's basically right. Yeah, but I want to mention that the territory stats are correct and they are valid. So it's just the kills that are incorrect.
Okay.
Obviously, I do apologise about this, and I'll try and fix it for tomorrow.
Yeah, work harder. Back to your cave. Okay, I think that's all.
Actually, there was one other thing you wanted to mention, Farah, about the people forming competitive teams.
Oh, right, yeah. So I was going to maybe talk about this tomorrow, but this is our last kind of shout out. So in Server Smash, we have set teams where you play for your server, and I've already mentioned this before in the past, but you play for your server and the servers decide how they pick people, and you may not necessarily like who you play with or whatnot, or you think you can make a better team. Well, now's your chance to step up and actually prove it. I'm going to be hosting a show match on the end of November, probably. I've already got one team leader set up, and he's forming a team, and we're looking for a second team leader. So if you want to poke me in TeamSpeak, or if you want to send me a message on Reddit, or a forum post, or just get in contact with me by any means, I'm looking for basically a team leader who can form a team. And what I mean here is that we're going to play Server Smash. It's going to be 192 versus 240, and we're going to be playing across the entire continent.
You mean it will be between 192, 240?
Yeah,
not 192
no, yeah. So it'll be the standard pan whole continent fight, but the difference is that there are no restrictions on teams. So we're talking, if you want to have 36 people from one outfit, or you want to have 240 people from one outfit, if you want to have outfits from Briggs, Connery, Cobalt, Miller, Emerald, because you think these guys are good, I will offer them an invite. Yes, they want to play for me, and you can make that team. That's great. I have absolutely no restrictions on what faction they play, what server they're from, or how many people from said outfit. I just need you to make a team of about 240 people. That's what we're planning, and we'll probably play on we haven't decided the map, but I've got an idea what we're going to go with, and we're going to do a demonstration match at the end of November. The goal being that I want to obviously keep the focus on the tournaments. We're not going to do anything on the bye weeks, but when the tournament's over and then we have a few weeks to cool off, then we'll do this demo match, and it'll be more competitive in that you choose who plays for you, and you choose tactics, strategies, and whatnot. So this, I guess you could call it more competitive. I know Planetside 2 isn't super competitive, but...
And one of the things with forming Planetside battles, we want to bring other events here, and this is another event. This does not replace.
Yeah, it's not a replacement for Server Smash. Server Smash will still happen, and at the end of the tournament, we'll decide. This is going off tangent now, but the point is, we'll decide how things go on after the end of our tournament number 1, but ultimately this goes along the side. I don't necessarily have a name for it, maybe Outfit Smash, NFL Smash, something along those lines, but ultimately is pre-formed teams across the entire player base, that you make the team, you choose your players, then you can challenge another team, and we're going to have a demonstration match, and then depending on how much interest there is after the demonstration match, we may form a mini league or a mini kind of round robin tournament or something like that, where you can choose who you want to play with. So theoretically, you could have well-established outfits coming together to make a team, or you could have unknown outfits coming together to form a team of 240 and then playing in a tournament. So that's what I'm looking really forward to. I've had a lot of positive feedback from different outfits and different people who want to take part, but I'm not going to be making the teams. It is up to you guys to make a team. So if you want to be a team leader and you want to form a team, then get in contact with me and I'll get it all set up for the end of November. Okay, so I think that's everything, Redlin. I will probably write this up, what I'm after, on one of the Reddits, on the Planetside 2 Reddit or something like that, to give more details. We want to kind of bring it to light. We've already gone way long at the end of this thing, so we're talking about this. I'll talk about it again probably after tomorrow's Server Smash, and I'll also mention the, again, public pickups, October 18th, 8 o'clock UTC. So, right, so thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow, 2 hours earlier than what started today, for Emerald versus Miller. We'll see you then. Good night and take care.